Better to live for myself than to see this place go the same way as Tachanka.
Don't be stupid. Morta will find her way.
I'd love to take down the worm.
Don't be stupid. It's invincible.
So you're the human Pathfinder. You look different from the pictures I saw.
You probably saw pictures of my dad.
Your dad? You replaced him as Pathfinder?
It's a long story.
Haven't really kept up with Nexus news. Enough trouble to occupy me here.
Scavengers?
Amongst other things. You seen the Flophouse yet? That's where they get together. 80% shacks, 100% trouble.
Have you had much trouble with the scavengers at the colony?
Not yet. They're not that stupid. A bunch of squishies against 100-odd Krogan? Give it a little time. Resources run low, they'll get desperate, and who knows?
Thanks. This information will come in handy.
Just trying to help. Be careful out there, Pathfinder.
Better to live for myself than to see this place go the same way as Tachanka.
Just clean my armor and it's already dusty.
I saw the worm out there again. That thing is...
Confirmed. Calling outpost.
You really did it. Almost a civil war, and you brought them back.
But it's all about the resources. No poetry, right?
I considered the Krogan a permanent loss. Too many egos involved. Thankfully, my ledgers don't care how they get filled. If I can retroactively call the Krogan colony an outpost, that's a win. But that practicality is not universal. Tan will hate this.
I'm not interested in opinions that don't see the value here.
Good, because there will be a lot of them. But not from me. This is the last one, Pathfinder. The last golden failure we thought we'd lost. You did it. We can't rest for long, of course. There will always be a need. But for now, I need your voice to remind them what this meant. Get the flags waving.
This seems more important than that.
It's about setting a tone, not telling the whole story.
The first thing we did when we arrived in Andromeda was splinter. But the initiative spirit kept going. Not only are the Krogan back in the fold, they've shown how we can build. New Tachanka. Harsh, but a home.
One for the records, Pathfinder. Addison out.
I've located a suitable site for an HNS receiver, Pathfinder. Nav point is set.
Hey, Nexus. Looking for that something special? Boomerang has got what you need. Best loot in the dunes, here for your perusal.
You're a scavenger.
Not anymore, I'm not. Fine folks at the Initiative gave me a second shot. I'm on something called a probationary period, got a fancy metal bracelet on my ankle and everything. They're too good to old Boomerang.
Okay, I have to know the story behind that name.
I ran with Axius and his boys. He's the one who started calling me Boomerang. Kept beating me senseless and leaving me for dead out in the dunes, but I always came back. Enough about me. You're here for the good stuff. Look what Boomerang's got for you.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
You tell him
Life
if we catch him
support
there
restored.
again, he's losing a hand.
If you touch my people, we have a problem. Karista Chana, Andromeda Initiative. Here to oversee operations and attempt to repair relations between the Nexus and the Nakmor clan. It is a tremendous accomplishment, securing their cooperation.
We can't afford to be divided. We need to work together to survive.
I understand, and I promise to do everything I can to maintain relations.
How's the situation here?
Actually, I have a concern. There's a remnant architect in the area. You might have even seen it on your way in. If it detects us, or the Krogan, it's going to attack.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Ryder. In the meantime, I'll have our security on alert. If it comes down to a fight, we'll fight.
I should get going.
Be well, Pathfinder.
And you've been taking the supplements I gave you?
It tastes like the ass end of an elk core.
You're not supposed to chew them. Oh, I thought you'd be my patient from the colony. She's 20 minutes late.
The colony? Do the Krogan really need a doctor?
Not for injuries. I'm a fertility specialist, Dr. Meshalanok. I'm working with the Krogan to maximize their new, more lenient birth restrictions. But I can't do anything if they don't show up for their appointments.
Have you had any births in the colony yet?
No luck so far, but it's early. Believe it or not, there's a deeply ingrained psychological pattern to colonization. Births won't happen till the Krogan feels secure. It's a biological reflex.
I'm surprised you're working to help Krogan fertility.
Why? Because I'm Solarian. I want the Krogan to thrive here just as much as they do. The Initiative may not agree with me, but I'm doing whatever I can to lessen the genophage.
Don't worry, I want the Krogan to make a life here just as much as you. I didn't mean any offense.
Sorry, I'm so used to defending my stance, but I'm glad you agree. The Krogan have a real shot in Helios, better than they had back home. It's up to the Initiative to help them along.
I'll leave you to your work.
Always so much to do.
Need an injector for better precision. Whoa, hold it, don't move.
Okay.
Got an irrigation system installed under your feet. It's still testy, likes to give a nasty shock sometimes. Just make sure your footsteps around here are light.
Any other landmines I should be looking out for?
From me, no. But I'd be careful about buying from Boomerang. He's a good guy, but a few screws short of the full ship, if you know what I mean. And we usually don't ask where he gets his wares.
Noted.
He once came back with a Solarian thumb. Said he thought it might be useful.
I assume you're studying agriculture.
Sort of. I design agricultural machinery that performs best in arid landscapes. Really arid, in this case. Mostly I work with the botanists in the Krogan colony to give them what they need.
You think they'll be able to grow crops here someday?
With me on their side, definitely.
See you around.
Remember, light footsteps.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder.
Drac, why would anyone near the end of their life take a chance joining the initiative?
Why would anyone at the start of theirs join up with strangers like us? Besides, who says I'm old? Who says I'm dying?
I don't think I said that.
You did.
I'm certain I didn't.
Now you're saying I'm deaf.
Ryder?
Nope, not getting involved.
Hey, you're not wrong, Chow. I am old, but I got a lot of living left.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder.
Sam, has it gotten even hotter?
Heat index is climbing rapidly. Your body won't stand this for long. I suggest you retreat to a cooler area.
Ryder, are those scavengers dismantling the remnant tech? That a problem? It is if they get their hands on a remnant core. It could become unstable and attract the Scourge. How do we stop it? Beats me.
Pathfinder, I could modify your Omni tool to disable the cores and prevent them from reacting.
Do it. Let's go fix this. Think that's it. That should do it.
Pathfinder, I detect scavenger interference at additional remnant sites.
Never make it easy for me. Let's go to those other sites.
Life support systems are in peril.
That's one.
I've been reading Krogan history. I have a few questions.
Careful, Krogan have a saying. History is written by the victors.
Krogan do?
You're from Clan Nakmor, but you weren't born into it. You chose it.
Yeah, the shaman of the clan was strong, and the Craddock wastes were beautiful.
And you had a rite of passage?
It wasn't so much a rite of passage as a death trip. I survived. Now I'm Neckmore Drek. Outlaw camp.
Sinkhole!
Think that's it.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Life support.
We should try to get information about Ania's water supply. Her office is probably nearby.
Temperature levels are climbing,
Gonna rip
Pathfinder.
them apart. Axios and his gang, tough. Gonna rip
Life
them
support
apart.
is back online.
This much water could keep a settlement going for months.
Ah, Ania told me to watch out for you. She told me you're welcome to use the water in the tanks, free of charge.
This is unusual. I don't think anyone's ever called Ania generous before.
Please pass on my thanks to Ania.
Of course. You must have made an impression. I have never known Ania to do this. Water is a scarce and valuable resource on Eladon.
Seems odd to place the water tank so close to that gaping chasm.
Someone once told me Ania does it as a security measure. She empties the tanks into the gorge if anyone tries to steal the water. I've never seen it happen myself, but others have. Can you imagine? What a waste.
Is all this water for sale?
Some of the supply goes to the trading post, of course, but yes, most of it's for sale. Anyone who wants water on Eladon has to come here. There is very little elsewhere on the planet.
Where does this water come from?
I believe that's a trade secret. I don't even know where she gets it. At first I thought she traded with Kadara, but that can't be it. It's impossible for all this volume to be from Kadara.
I'll let you get on with your work.
Have a lovely day.
Still here, huh?
We're done.
Suit yourself.
If I don't move, I don't soil myself, and I get to live.
Something I can help with?
I'll look around.
New armor, well-maintained weapons. I take it you're not one of the locals.
You've been trained to spot this.
One of the reasons Ania hired me. I know whose good side to get on.
What's your boss like?
She gave me a job and a place to live. I'm grateful to her for that.
But?
She's not easy on your kind. I've seen her deny them water based on nothing but her mood. She didn't live on Kadara like I did. All she's seen is the exiles on Eladin. It's enough to turn anyone against outsiders. But I don't like seeing people suffer, even exiles.
So you work for the water merchant?
I design the filtration systems. Now I keep them from breaking down in the heat.
You're an engineer.
Of sorts. On Kadara, I design defense systems for the settlements. Specialized in hidden traps to use in the dark. I can't continue that work here.
Why?
The sun never goes down on Eladin. No nighttime. Just constant blazing daylight. It's why the Paradise does so well. Water isn't the only commodity. We have shade.
How do you end up here?
Same as anyone. I was desperate. Ran up a debt on Kadara and needed to escape. I have to say life isn't bad here. I move between the Paradise and New Tachanka, keeping the water tanks running. Sometimes I even go to the flop house to buy extra parts from the scavengers. They respect me there. Still, I miss the exciting stuff. Felt like I was making a difference when I built defense systems.
If you want to make a difference again, the Resistance needs recruits on Vold.
The Resistance? It's a nice thought, but I doubt they'd take a lowlife like me.
With your skills, Ephra will welcome you. We don't turn away those who want to fight.
You're a member.
You're looking at one of the best fighters in the Resistance.
Is that so? Vold, huh? Guess it'd be a change from all this sand. All right, fine. I'll check out the camp, see what I can do.
I think this is Ania's office.
Check the security on that door. I'll keep a lookout for guards.
As expected. It's locked.
A scan should tell you how best to proceed, Pathfinder.
I'm gonna mess you up when we get out of here. Yeah? You mess me up, you're never seeing those star charts again. What? I have my star charts.
Got the code for the office door.
We're in. Let's be quick in case Ania comes by.
An underground lake. That's where she's getting her water. Got the nav point. Let's get out of here.
Heat levels increasing. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
That many siblings common to you guys?
We have large families. Strength in numbers.
Yeah, Krogan used to run that show. Careful. Watch the edges. Sometimes they collapse.
Was your galaxy called the Milky Way?
It's not.
But Liam said...
Milky Way is what the humans call it. We have our own word. Solarians have theirs.
So, what do you call it?
It's 600 years away. I call it gone.
Heat levels increasing.
Another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
That's the last of these news receivers. Let's go tell Davis.
A ray of hope for sleep-starved residents.
How many worlds have you hidden?
I don't know what you mean.
I know the drill. Scourge is a pain, but it helps too. There's more of you out there. Has to be.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ambient temperature is normal. Life support at 100%.
Got them all.
That should complete the glyphs, Pathfinder.
Successful! Good work, Ryder.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder.
Where'd you learn to fight, Jarl? What's your training?
From my father. And older brothers. And sisters. And cousins. My mother's. The Resistance isn't an army. It's more than that.
What was your rite of passage?
I fell in love when I was a young man. Very young. We met on a farm on Aya. She was brilliant. And her eyes were electric. For years, I suffered with a broken heart.
Not what I was expecting.
I understand completely.
An undocumented mineral has been detected, Pathfinder. The ambient temperature is normal.
How did Ania keep this hidden?
Huh. I wonder what the Remnant Builders' plans were.
I'm disappointed, Pathfinder. I thought you were someone I could trust. I welcomed you into my home, and you repay my kindness by robbing me.
Hey, I didn't take anything. Left every single drop of water where I found it. Count them if you like.
Very glib. Do you know why I do this? My brother tried to help your people when they first came here. He showed them where to find shelter, allowed them to take freely from our water tanks. He was killed for his trouble. I won't be as foolish as Asgar.
That's awful. You have my sympathy.
I've no use for sympathy. You can keep it. These scavengers respect no one. Not me, not you. But they do respect the planet. As long as they need me to survive, they live by my rules.
You want me to forget everything I've seen.
Exactly. You say nothing. You allow me to protect myself and my home how I want.
How long have you known about this water?
Asgar and I found it years ago. On a mining expedition, the Remnant nearly killed us. I knew, even then, that I wanted to keep it a secret. It gave us an advantage. It took time to convince Asgar, but he came around eventually. I made him promise.
You expect me to do this just because you asked nicely?
Your Nexus needs resources to survive. Eladin is rich in those. What I gather, I will share, just so long as Eladin remains mine.
By keeping this secret, you're preventing anyone from establishing a real home here.
I've allowed your Krogans to stay.
It shouldn't be about what you allow. It's not up to you.
So now I have to sit by and watch you destroy everything I've built. I will hound you every step of the way. This isn't over. Get them! Kill them if you can!
Great. Ania got away. What now?
Get word to Kesh. She'll put someone trustworthy in charge of the trading post.
Sam?
As you wish, Pathfinder. I have relayed the information to the Nexus.
Let's hope this works out for the best.
Good to see you, Pathfinder. Director Addison and Supervisor Kesh gave me the task of overseeing operations here. With luck, we'll soon see some changes on this trading post.
Now that Ania's gone, what are you trying to do here?
I'm sorting through Ania's books and forwarding what I find to the Nexus. The plan is to maintain this trading post and offer support to the Krogan colony. Later on, we may use it as a base to expand Nexus mining operations on Eladon.
What are you going to do about the water situation on Eladon?
The water you found is being distributed fairly. People can expect to receive as much water as they need when they come here, regardless of who they are.
Even the scavengers?
Even them. They've been advised that any abuse of the privilege may result in it being taken away. They seem to understand, for now.
Have you encountered any resistance? Any violence? Is everything okay?
We have enough guards and soldiers to put down any violent opposition. For now, it seems to be working. Perhaps we can rehabilitate the population of the planet, but that's a long ways off.
Well, I'll leave you to it.
What are you looking at?
Get out of my face.
Hope he killed him.
Left him stranded in a sinkhole. Serves those smug assholes right.
Push off.
Wish that goddamn sun would just go away.
Took your stupid medicine. Got nothing to say now.
Nice gun. Where'd you get it?
This. Took down a few Asari by the flophouse.
Good. Hate that uppity scum.
Gate levels increasing. Life support at 100%.